this is Sophie Lawson from sophielawson.com, and this is another little video where I'm going to take a look at my drawings from a drawing challenge I'm doing called Draw a Day. And what you have to do is, for a year, you have to do a drawing every day for a year. So it's a really fun little challenge, and what I'm doing is each month I'm doing a different creature, a little animal. So the first month, which was October, I did fishies, and I did a little video for the fishies. I'll put a link in the description for that one. But November, which this one is all about, the little creature I did was worms. So I did a little worm every day, and then for December I'm doing a little robin. So that was the last one I've done, which was yesterday, day 59. I'm going to do today's after this video, but this one is going to be for the little fish, for the little worms. And what I'm doing this challenge with somebody called Rebecca Barrett, who you can find on Instagram at rebecca.barrett. Again, I'll put a link in the description. I think somebody else has joined as well, but I haven't seen their images yet because their account's private. But I'm just going to go through some of my favourite Rebecca drawings that she did. So this one was on day 38, a couple little penguins. I love the shapes of those penguins. Nice simple shapes. This one here was from day 45, little hedgehog and a polar bear. Again, really nice little feeling about these characters. And sometimes she does like little stories with the writing. Bear and Spike. Funny. I like that one. And then the last one I'm looking at is day 40. And it's a little mouse. And in the description thing she said about patience. So little mouse has got to be patient. Again, I love her little creatures. They're really fun. So you can find her at rebecca.barrett. But this is for, oh, I forgot. Today's, what day is it today? It is the 4th. So it is time for advent calendar. Dun, 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 dun. We love advent calendars. So day number 4. Hey, look, it's a little robin. How cool is that? Little robins are my spirit animals. There's a little bit of chocolate. We like white chocolate. I can't believe there's a little robin. That's brilliant. I love robins. So next month's video will be about these little robins. And what I'm going to do, I'll talk about this in a minute, but the robins have got like shapes to them, whereas the worms, they've got no shape. So I did write some little notes down for this video, and what I said was, the worms are limited, robins I can now play with the shapes. And I said staying over my sisters, it messed up my routine. So actually, the month of November, which was these little worms, it was probably, well, it was a lot harder. I found it a lot harder than the first month, because a couple times I almost didn't get the drawing done in time. So, because like my routine got messed up. But the first one was day 27. I called this one the shy worm, and this little worm just about to pop out of a hole. It's quite funny, that one. I quite like that one. That was Friday the 1st of November. The next one, the rainbow worm. So it's just a little worm bouncing from one hole to another. It's quite cool. I enjoyed doing that one, putting the colours together, because I am only using, and keeping this challenge really simple, I use this little eraser, which this one is actually quite good because you can almost remove ink with this one. So I quite like using that one, and I've never really used that much before. It's a sand eraser by Tombow Mono Eraser. They make the best erasers, I think. I got my little mechanical pencil, which my niece bought for me a couple Christmases ago. It says, draw your heart out. It's my special pencil, this one. And then I just use this little fine liner, which is a Micron 0.5, and then I just use these little basic pencils, keeping it cheap and cheerful. And what I do, I've got an eraser. No, I haven't. I've got this battery operated pencil sharpener. This is actually one of the most satisfying feelings in the world. Sharpening your pencil. I find that really satisfying. So I'm keeping things very simple around here because I just think it's good to keep it simple. They've got lots of little happy faces everywhere here. And what I've also been doing is sketching my little ideas down in my sketchbook and like doing colour, testing out colours before I put it in the final thing. Really enjoying this. I'm trying my best to do like thumbnails because I'm still struggling to. I tend to go with my first idea, and so I should play a bit more, I think. But yeah, little wormies. This is a funny one. I never used this one. The trouser worm. I was a bit afraid to do that because I thought people might take offence to it. I should have done that one, really. It's quite funny. But that was day 28, the little rainbow worm. Day 29 was the conjoined twins worm, which was like, it's what, 2 worms in one. I like that one. Again, I like blending the colours. It's quite fun blending colours together. Day 30, the hypnotic worm. It's a wormy like that. Again, I was trying to play with colours again. This is one of my favourite ones, this. It's called the DJ worm. So there's a little worm with some DJ decks, and you've got lots of strobe lighting going on in the background. He looks funny, but the thing is, he ain't got any hands. That's the thing, you see. The worms haven't got any hands, so I was beginning to feel a bit limited by what I could do with these worms. And because it's only one little shape, I felt a bit limited with these worms. This one here, day 32, I want to be a fishy worm. I was actually missing my little fishies. Because like I said, I was having more fun with the fishies because I could twist them and like make better shapes of them. But I was starting to think to myself, these worms are quite limited. This one's called the sunbathing worm. I was like doing overlapping shapes to give the illusion of depth, and something that Jake Parker says about is doing wrapping lines, or so it creates the illusion of like shape, 3D-ness to the worm. I think that might be my favourite one, actually, because he looks quite happy and I like the shape of it. That's the only worm that has got a good shape to it, I think. Day 34, the giant worm. There's a little Sophie there, a little ambience. That giant worm is going to do some damage, I think. It's quite cool though. Giant worm. Again, I was still trying to do my shapes on it. The day 35, the outer body worm. So this is a worm asleep, and this is his spirit. He's come out of the outer body worm. Again, I really liked that one. I enjoyed that one. Day 36, the helpful worm. It's a giant worm that's helping all these little Sophies crossing the 2 cliffs, because there's a shark down there. So if they fall in there, they're toast. So little worms helping them across. That little Sophie's fallen over, struggling. Day 37, the mining worm. Mining for gold. That's what he is. I was trying to practice like overlapping everything. And this is when I started thinking, hang on, I could use his tail as like hands. So that's one good thing about being limited, because I was limited by the shape, because he hadn't got any hands. I had to start thinking outside the box to be creative. So that's quite good actually. Day 38, the bookworm. It's a little wormy reading. He's reading how to draw worms. Funny. He looks like a very wise worm. This one, day 39, the bathtub worm. Little bath, chilling in the bath. A little bath, a little worm. Chilling in the bath. He looks happy. Did some shadows on that. I'm quite scared to do lighting as well. But starting to do things. This day 40, this was the one where I got it done about 30 minutes before midnight. Because that was the day, I think that was the day we went out. Yeah, this was the day we went out bowling. And so I didn't get back until very late. Managed to get it in 30 minutes before midnight. And I didn't know what to draw, and I thought, I'm running out of time here. So then I just did that. So it's a worm who's on the clock. Day 41, the gaming worm. He's playing the video game Worms. Because this is during the period where I was trying to work out if I wanted to get back into video games. So he looks happy as well. Day 42, the chef worm. So got a little wormy. He's cooking spaghetti meatballs and worms. Spaghetti meatballs and worms. Spaghetti meatballs and spaghetti. And then in the background we got a couple of crazy worms who are destroying the joint. You got one who's broken, put sauce everywhere, and the other one's catching fire to stuff. Quite funny. I was gonna do a meatballs and worms, but I didn't really know how to do that. Day 43, the shooting star worm. I think this might be my favourite one as well. It's going to Earth. Just a little worm going through space. Day 44, Lewis Hamilton's number. The sleeping worm. It's a little worm in bed. I was trying to make it look like his body was under the fabric, but I don't really know if it works or not. And I wanted it to look like the worm was dreaming on a cloud, as if his bed was going up into the clouds. So that was that one. Day 45, the baby worm. Little baby with mummy or daddy. I like that one. I messed up the little baby's face though. Quite cool. Day 46, the I don't know what to draw worm. I was struggling to come up with an idea. This is the first time during this challenge that I sat down and I couldn't think of anything. So I thought to myself, why don't I just draw that I don't know what to draw. So that's what that is. Little wormy. 47, the Formula 1 worm. I love Formula 1. So this one doesn't really look like the worm, I don't think. And his tail is like gripping the wheel. But if you think about it, he hasn't got anything to touch the pedals. So it's a bit weird. Day 48, the party hat worm. This one caused a bit of drama, this one, so we'll move swiftly on. Day 49, that I'm in a mugworm. And this one's quite simple, but I kind of like it for some reason. It's quite it's simple. Little worm in a mug. Day 50, the hungry worm. So it's a worm eating itself. It's just jumping on itself. And when I did this one, just after I'd finished it, I thought I could do a donut worm. So the next day, I did the donut worm. It's a worm who's a donut. Funny. I quite like that one. It feels a bit squidgy. It does feel a bit like a donut. It's because I did shadowing. Quite like that one. Day 52, the kissing worm. So this is a couple of worms kissing, and I did like overlapping stuff. I messed up a bit down here. I should have overlapped one of those lines because it would have made it look a bit more exciting. I do like that one. Should have done it like a heart really. This one, day 53. Does my bum look big in this worm? Quite funny. Got a big bum. Little worm with a big bum. Looks like he's got a wig on. He's got a nice bum though. Ain't got any breasts. Day 54. The fishy riding worm. Little worm. Again, because he got no hand, he has to grip on with his mouth. And he's riding a little fishy. It's quite cool. Fishies have got such good shapes. I love fish. I love little fishies. This one here, day 55, the washing up worm. So this one is just a little worm doing dishes. And then I did that on the wrong side of the page. But then I thought to myself, I could actually start doing 2 on a page. But this one here, I did this one called the coming home worm. It was going to be my last worm because he's going to be like returning home. But what I then realised that I was supposed to, because what I did on the last one, at the end of last month, I did one called the final fishy, and it was like a little worm meeting the fish. So what I want to do, the last drawing of each month, I want it to be the little creature I've used embracing the next creature. So this one, I decided for Christmas month of December I would draw little robins. So this one here, I used this one, the final worm, worm, and it's a little robin eating a worm. But the worm, even though he's been eaten, he's still happy, which is nice. And what I love about these little robins, I can really play with so much more. I can play with the shapes, because what I'm starting to do is what I'm going to do for the rest of December, I've decided, is each day I'm going to try and use different shapes for the robins. So this one here, like I did a big round fat thing, but I'm going to start doing like straight edges just to see what it looks like. So I'm going to do like triangular robins with only straight lines, spiky robins, and I can just play a lot more now. But it's not just that you can play a lot more with the shapes, I can also play with the colours, because robins are like grey and brown, so these are a lot more fun for me. I'm really enjoying these. And that was the first day of Christmas month, first day of December, the advent calendar, little robin coming out of advent calendar. But next month's video will be all about these little robins, and that's it basically. I hope you enjoyed that. What was my favourite worm is this one, I think. My funnest one is that one. I think that's quite funny. I think my favourite worm of all of these is this one. Or is it maybe that one? No, it's this one. Because I like the shapes. I think it's quite a confident looking lines. They look quite confident, those lines. Whereas the other ones look a bit too rough and sketchy. That's basically it though. I hope you enjoyed that. Little Dennis was was here with us. He didn't say much there, but I've got my hot chocolate with me, and look at this. My hot chocolate has got on the side, little robins. Got a little robin on my mug. I love hot chocolate.